My name is Tami White and welcome to our online class. I have been off this week visiting my friend in Amish country, Ohio, which has been absolutely amazing. And so today is Saturday. I normally am live on Friday, except once a month. On Saturday mornings, it is my Stampin' Demonstrator group blog hop, which is today. And these are my online class today are these projects, which are my blog hop projects. I'm going to show you how to make these adorable cards, googly-eyed cards, using the the Still Night bundle, the stamp set, and the Night Owl framelits. Oh, and the Bat Punch. Oh, I'm so excited about this. So these could be Halloween cards. They could be birthday cards. They could be fall cards. They really could go for many different occasions. And lots of fun. I cannot wait to share how to make these today. And since it is my Stampin' Demonstrator blog hop, some of you may be thinking, what is a blog hop and how do I participate? All right, so what happens is there's a group of us in my group, which is called Stamp It, that blog together. We do our own blogs, but once a month we coordinate on a project, and today's theme is Halloween and fall, and we've all come up with awesome ideas. Now let me just tell you, I love my cards. I think they came out really cool this month. The girls in my group are over the top amazing, so you're not going to want to miss their ideas. Now, how you participate is you simply click on the link in this video's description or go to stampwithtami.com and click on this blog hop post resource page, and the links will be right there with instructions on how to click on each one to participate. And we have a special giveaway. So every time I have a live online class, I have live prizes, and I'm going to show those to you in just a minute. Now, how to enter the live prizes, absolutely free. Just leave a comment here on this video. When it's blog hop day, I have an additional prize. Instead of a replay giveaway, we have a prize from our entire group as a thank you for taking our tour. Now, this entry is slightly different, also free. Click on the link in this video's description, the resource page, to get to my blog hop post and the tour, or go to stampwithtami.com and click on blog hop and leave a comment on this post for today's project. The replay video will also be there, as well as a free PDF, which I'll show you in a minute. And at the bottom of this post, be sure to include in your comment #StampItContest. So that needs to be left on my blog post, and you can enter multiple times. You can enter once on each of the blogs in this hop, also by leaving that same hashtag on each one. And these girls are the projects are amazing. I know you're going to die when you see them because they really are awesome. So that is our Afterlife prize and how to enter it. I will go over that again at the end. Now, let me show you our live prizes. So live prize entry is different. It is the same as always on my online class. It's different from the blog hop, leaving a comment on the blog, but it's also free. All you have to do is leave a comment here in this video. I'm broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you leave a comment here, you will automatically be entered to win one of 3 prizes. So this is Live Prize Patrol, comment to enter. And here they are. I've got 2 hand-delivered stamp sets to give away today at the end of this class, at the end of this video. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment. These are hard to get because they are hostess sets, which means you can only get them with Stampin' Rewards, which is something that you get when you have a $150 order, if you're a workshop hostess, a club VIP club hostess. So they're not something you can buy. Now, here's another thing you can't buy, even if you are a hostess. You have to be a demonstrator to earn this, and you earn this with demonstrator points called Flex Points, and it is a Stampin' Up logo pop-up scrap bin. They're very coveted. Everybody wants these. They are fabulous. I wish Stampin' Up would put these in the catalog. Now, this is my early bird drawing. Oh my gosh, so many prizes, right? So many prizes. What's an early bird drawing? The early bird drawing happens at the 10-minute mark of this online class. So that means if you are an early bird and got in here before the 10-minute mark and left a comment, you will be entered to win the pop-up scrap bin. But if you didn't, don't worry, because you are still eligible to win one of these. And even if you do win these, or you're not watching live, it doesn't matter. If you go pop on over to my blog at the link in this video's description and leave a comment with the #StampItContest hashtag, you will be entered to win our Stamp It giveaway, which we will draw the winner of on our next Blog Hop. And the winner of last month's is posted on this Blog Hop page as well. So if you're wondering, did I win last month? Go ahead over and you can check it out, and I will have winners posted on my winners page as well. Okay, so with that said, these are the projects we're going to be making today. Super excited about it. And I have to note, only because I have a little insight on what my friend Tina Wardell's making, and you see her stuff showcased here on my blog and on my videos all the time, because she's a Stamp It group gal. She is phenomenal. Her work is over the top. She has amazing techniques, and I happen to know that she has a very similar card, except it is stepped up. So if you want an alternate version of this card, stepped up, and learn how to use the floor wax technique, you're going to want to take the Blog Hop tour and see Tina's card. So that is happening after this video, or during this video if you multitask by clicking on the link in the videos and taking the tour. But yeah, I think you're gonna love her stepped up version of this card too, because I mean the alternates are just amazing. This whole bundle is amazing. So many cool things, and I do have an alternate to share with you at the end too, so lots of ideas for this bundle. So it is time for the In the Know section. A few things happening. It is September 29th, the date that this video is live. It doesn't matter if you're watching it after live, but the live date that we're recorded live in front of a studio audience, is September 29th, which means there is today and tomorrow left in the month of September, which means some of these amazing specials are ending. October 1st also is the beginning of a new Stampin' Up year. Their fiscal year ends on September 30th. So one thing, this is not ending tomorrow, but it is while supplies last, and a lot of good stuff is already gone. However, there's still some good stuff left. A clearance rack update, meaning new items had been added to the clearance rack last week, had been announced. There are still good stuff left. You get up to 60% off. There's some great papers in there, some great embellishments, lots of fun stuff. So you can get to that by clicking on the shop online link in this video, or stampwithtami.com shop online. The Dashing Along promotion will be ending tomorrow, and that is the free designer paper called Dashing Along. It was only available as a special promotion this month with orders over $250, whether they were combined. Yours, and I know most of us are going, oh, I can't afford to place that kind of an order, but I can tell you right now, lots of people have, because the holiday catalog has been so amazing, and you get so many extra perks when you place big orders that they save up, or they place them together with friends. And then in addition to Stampin' Rewards, which are free stamps and my tutorials and all the other gifts that go along with that, they got this Dashing Along paper free. So that ends. It's a $250 minimum. You'll get this automatically free in addition to everything else, and that ends tomorrow. And the holiday catalog, this is not ending tomorrow. This just began. It's going to go through the end of December, the first couple of days in January. Amazing stuff. The stamps that we are using today, which are called the Still Night Stamp Set and the Night Owl Bundle, are located in that holiday catalog, which you can find. If you don't have a hard copy yet, click on the link in this video's description, and there'll be a place there to request one from me, and I'll send one out to you. But you can also find it online on stampwithtami.com under Catalogs and Resources. And you can also find it by clicking the shop online. There is a holiday catalog link. It's amazing. So many great stuff, and we've done so many great things, videos already, just getting started rolling with the great projects. And this is ending. So these last two things that I want to share with you right now do end tomorrow. One is my 15-year anniversary special. It is if you place a $50 order or a $100 order. $50 orders get free chicken wire elements. $100 orders get a free Take Your Pick tool and chicken wire elements. This is a gift from me. So just to know, because a couple people contacted me after they got their order and said it wasn't in there. It will not be in your order. This is a gift from me. I'm sending this personally from me at the end of this week. So you will get this from me. I do note that when I send you your notification with your free tutorials and your frequent buyer points and all the information, what date I'm going to be sending them out for you. And I'm really excited about it. September was my 15 years with Stampin' Up. It has been an awesome 15 years. I love you guys. I love stamping with you. I love your customers. So this is just a little added bonus on top of everything else. So that ends tomorrow. You do need to use the hostess code. It is listed on my specials page. It's also listed here and on the bottom of any blog post. And the other thing that ends tomorrow is the free grab bag special. If you love everything in that holiday catalog, want to be a part of my online VIP club, get access to my library of almost 9 years of online exclusive videos that I come out with new ones every month just for the club. They're not posted here publicly. They're just for my VIP club. If you are a visual learner and love video tutorials and love written and photo tutorials, this is a great place. Plus you get free stamps, free catalogs, and I have free specials that are exclusive just to that online club. You get a free grab bag if you join in September. The details are on my blog under the specials page, or if you click on the link in this video's description, but it ends tomorrow. With that said, it is the 10-minute mark of this video. As promised, I have an early bird drawing, and that early bird drawing is, ta-da! It is the pop-up scrap bin logo, Stamp Up logo. Can't buy these. You can only get them with your demonstrator points. We earn like frequent buyer points as demonstrators called flex points. So I'm giving you this. I earn these with my flex points, and then I'm giving it away to you. All right, so one lucky winner is going to get this, and we will just pop right over to that drawing and whoops. Oh, goodness gracious, we're already logged out. It does it to me every time. Okay, so the winner of that is... Wait for it. Wait. I know you're on the edge of your seats. Oh. So, your chances are good if you got on here early this morning. That one's going to go to Stephanie Hahn. Congratulations, Stephanie. Be sure to fill out the prize claim form, which is linked at the top of this video's description. All right, now with that, we are going to get started stamping our Still Night cards, which are part of my Stamp It Demonstrator group's blog hop, which is Halloween and fall theme. So you are going to want to take that hop after. I will talk about that giveaway again at the end of this video. If you did not win live, you still have a shot at 2 hand-delivered stamp sets, which I will be drawing at the end of this class. All right, so here's the cards up close. This is what we're making. They're googly-eyed. They're so cute. The owl, he's colored with Stampin' Blends. And then the bats with the bat punch have the black foil. And oh my gosh, I just love it. I love all of it. And again, stepped up version Tina Waddell has on her blog hop page, which if you take the tour, you're going to see it. An alternate version of this using, it is a little bit different. It's an alternate version, but you're going to love the different ideas from this. And she is going to show you how to do something similar with the floor wax technique. So very cool. Very cool. You know, it's one of those things, you know, like you don't plan it, but then when it happens, it's awesome. You get extra ideas. All right, so as with every online class, I have a free PDF for you. And Amy says you're live on Facebook. Yep, I'm live on Facebook. Shout out from all the people that are leaving comments on Facebook. It's there. I think you must have been looking at the event, Amy. The event had the wrong time on it, and I was away, and I didn't realize because I'm normally at noon, that I changed it. So, but if you go to the actual video, not the event, the video was the right time. And I did change it this morning, but it may have been a little too late, and I apologize for that. I'm human. It happens, especially when I'm just getting back from vacation. So free PDF, here you go. It's got the cards on it. I'm sorry, my printout came out terrible. I need to get new ink cartridges for my printer, but I just like to have it to show you what I have available for you. Click on the link in this video's description. The measurements are here. The URL, so you can get right back to this video if you want to make this later or watch the blog hop later. You can type in this to the URL, your phone, whatever, or if you have a smartphone, you can click on the smart code, and that will bring you right to the resource page with the video, the free PDF, and a complete supply list. And the only thing on the supply list that's not in my online store are the Google Eyes that I'm going to be using today. I got them at Amazon. I just bought a box of them. I had a box from when I was little and used to make handcrafted things with the Google Eyes, but they were getting a little old. And I mean, when I say little, I mean it was a good 30 years old. So it was time for new. But I did get that on Amazon fairly inexpensively, just a bag of all different sizes. So we can have lots of fun because there's no more fun on a project than Google Eyes, right? I love them. I love them. Look at our little owl. He's like a little clock going back and forth. Okay, so let's get started. I think I want to start with the bat card, but I thought maybe I might do the heat embossing first, we'll do the happy birthday for both cards first, because I like to do all the stamping first and then do all the cutting, and then it's just the order my brain works in. But I think we'll do them one card at a time. I'm just going to do the happy birthday for both and maybe the cuts for both when we have the big shot out. So you want some basic black cardstock we're going to start with here. And you know what, before we get started, let me show you what the stamp sets we're using here. Okay. Rita, do you ever give your cards away that you make here? All the time. Every time there's a winner, they get one of the cards that I make here. If you win something, you're going to get it. Okay, so I've got the Still Night stamp set is the, oh, thank you. Laura says the cards are amazing. Thank you. All right, this is the Still Night bundle, and it's the, this is the images are in the stamp set, and then there's a matching die set. Which we're going to use a couple of pieces from the die set today in here. Super fun. This is called, the die set is called the Night Owl. But if you purchase them together while the holiday catalog is out, you get a 10% discount. So that you get a little break when you get them together. And they are adorable. Like I said, there's some alternate ideas out there. Tina's got one coming. I'm going to show you one at the end. Super cute stamp set. And this is a must-have. This is the new little word set that is good for all occasions, every occasion, right? Just about all of them are in here. And it's called Itty Bitty Greetings. So I'm using Happy Birthday today. However, you could change this greeting to make it good for just about any different occasion on there. There's a trick or treat here for maybe we could use trick or treat, but I've already got Happy Birthday mounted, so we're going to use Happy Birthday today. But so many different things that you could put on this card that does not have to be for Halloween. It doesn't even have to be for your birthday. So you can mix that up and make it good for whatever occasions. And the other thing I want to show you is the background purchase. And I mean the background paper. The background paper that we're using today is called Twinkle Twinkle. And I don't have it all here because I've cut quite a bit of it up already. It's great paper. This is actually in the big catalog, not the holiday. It's great. It had great baby colors, so some of these make really good baby cards, but this paper that we're using for the background today is also good for, as you can see, for many different occasions. So it's not typecast to babies. It's double-sided 12 by 12 paper, and these are just some of the great subtle designs for backgrounds that you can use here. Okay. Oh, Samantha, you're sweet. So Samantha was talking. Somebody asked if I give the cards away that I make here, and I said yes. I give them away when there's a winner. They get the cards that I make go out with the prizes. And Samantha said she loved the card almost more than the stamps. That's funny. All right, so we're going to start with the back card. We're going to be batty first. Love those little bats. We've got some basic black cardstock, and we are going to do some heat embossing. So I've got the Versamark ink pad here. And the Happy Birthday came from the Itty Bitty Greetings stamp set. And the first thing we're going to do is the step that I call, if you forget, you will regret step. And that is the embossing buddy. This is available in my online store. You just want to pat that over the cardstock, especially if it's dark cardstock like this black, before you stamp. And this is going to keep static down. And I'll show you why that's important. You know what? I only did this little piece over here. I'm going to stamp one over here without the embossing buddy, and we'll show you why that step is so important. Okay, so we've got a Versamark ink pad. We're going to use that and stamp the Happy Birthday. I'm going to stamp it twice, so we have one for each card. And I'm going to stamp it a third time so you can see the difference if you forget to use the embossing buddy, because that's always fun to see the comparison, right? All right. So we are going to use copper, because you know how I feel about copper. I love it. Love it. Addicted to it. So copper embossing powder on today's project. And I've just got a little piece of scrap paper, because there's nothing fancy here. All right, so these are the side that we used the emboss buddy on. These are the two good ones. Pouring the powder right over the top, flicking it off, and you can see the powder has attached to the words. Now I'm going to do it on the other side. Do the same thing there, flick that off. It actually doesn't look too bad, but I can already see, and this will be really easy to see after I heat emboss it, some specks that are like static, a little bit of that powder that's static stuck on. And you're looking at it going, I don't see anything. But just wait. Just wait. You will. Again, I'm demonstrating, 1, how to heat emboss, and 2, why it's so important to use that embossing buddy. Okay, so heat embossing, seriously, one of my favorite things right here. This is the heat tool. We're going to start with the 2 that I just did. These are the 2 that I used the emboss buddy with ahead of time. We give that little heat tool a second to heat up, and then we can heat it. Thank you, Sonia. She says she loves all the tips she gets on the videos. How cool is that, right? So cool. So it melted the powder, and now I'm going to do this. This is the side that I didn't use the emboss buddy on, just to show you why you regret it if you don't use it. Okay. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Give it 1 second for the camera to pick up that we've... Do you see these tiny little specks? They're there because the static of the paper held the powder in places that we didn't want it. We only really wanted it over where the stamp is. There you go. Now, if I move this over, here's the side that I used the embossing buddy on. Perfect, right? No little flecks anywhere we didn't want them. So let's see if I can zoom out so you can see them both together. They both look great. It's just that here you've got extra little pieces that you didn't want. Okay. All right, so now I am just going to, first of all, I'm going to get rid of that one so I don't accidentally use it. And we're going to save one for the next card, and then we're going to use one. So we'll save this one. Save that one for our next card. Now this one, I am going to take the classic label punch and punch that out. And I like to punch upside down, so here's our punch. I'm punching it upside down so you can see it right in the center there. I see exactly where it needs to go. And then, keeping this classic label punch out, I've got copper. So I've got a scrap of copper. I'll go ahead and do 2 of these while I have that copper out. To make a copper label. Let me back you out just a little bit. Sorry, I got in there close so you could see those flecks, but I don't want you to get too dizzy here. And then we'll save one of those for the second card. Okay. So, while our next step, we're going to do a little big shot work. So we've got our greeting. We'll put that to the side for just for a minute. And we want to cut out our tree. We want to cut out our circle framelit from the, this is the Twinkle Twinkle paper here. So we want to cut out our, it's going to be a moon. A nice, beautiful full moon, which we had this week there. And I think we can do these both at the same time. Or, well, let's see. Let's see if we can. I am that person, you know, the one that has to bring all the grocery bags. Like, you know, no matter how many hundreds of bags you have at the grocery store, I have to bring them all in it from the car in one trip. No matter, you know, like you're dying all overloaded. So I'm the same with the big shot. I feel like I have to get as much as I can through on one turn, even though it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do them separately. So I've got the magnetic platform on the bottom and one cutting pad on top. This time, just for you guys, we'll do them separately. And we are taking this circle, layering circle framelits. These are definitely a staple. So it's the second largest circle here. And believe it or not, because the designer paper is so thin, we could actually cut 2 pieces at once. So let's go ahead and cut both. We're doing the same thing on both cards for this. So I'm going to stack those together and we'll go ahead and cut our circle out of both pieces of designer paper at the same time. Love this, our Starry Night background. Oh, lots of love for those Stampin' Up punches. I am so in agreement. They are pretty awesome. All right, so this is going to give us... Now, you can't do that with every die. Like, for example, the next die I'm going to use with the copper foil is way too intricate to do 2 sheets, and the copper is thicker than the designer paper. But the designer paper was so thin, and the circle is such a bold shape that it works fine to do 2 at once. All right, so we'll put that to the side. And we are going to cut our copper here. So I'm taking the Night Owl framelits. These are the framelits that match the Still Night stamp set. And it's the branch that we're going to cut right now. And we may as well cut two. I know I kept saying I was going to do these one at a time, but it does. We have it out. We just may as well cut them both all at the same time, right? Efficiency, I feel like, you know, we're here. Let's just do it. All right. The magnetic platform holds your dies in place. The question was, what does it do? So it's a magnet, and our dies are metal, so it holds them in place. Whereas if you use the platform that comes with the Big Shot and the thin die adapter, it does the same thing as those, except with those, sometimes if you want it in a specific spot, you'd have to use a Post-it note to hold it down. Where the magnetic platform is, hold on, I'll show you. Okay, first of all, the magnetic platform is a magnet, so it's just going to hold it down. So let's just poke that puppy right out. Okay, so we've got our branch, and then I'll show you real quick before we do our next cut. See this? It's a magnet. It's also really great if you drop a bunch of paper clips on the ground, like a whole box of them. This is an added tip. Like, no extra charge for this one. And you just swoop that across the ground. It'll pick all your paper clips. It'll pick them all up for you. Yeah, in case I'm not saying that's ever happened. Don't ask me how I know this. Oh, good times. Okay. All right, yes, there is also a precision base platform, which could be used for this die. That is something you would use for a more intricate die. Again, you can do all of those cuts with the platform and thin die adapter that comes with the Big Shot. But my Big Shot handle is my Big Shots are very, very old, and I lost the little bolt on the end of the handle, so sometimes the handle will pop off on me. But it still works, so I'm just not ready to replace it. I mean, it's got to be a good 10, 12 years old, and this thing takes a lot of abuse, so it does a lot for this thing, right? Anywho, the precision base plate, there are some dies. For example, I'll show you this owl. See the owl? He's pretty intricate. So the precision base plate would make that cut beautifully, beautifully. But you don't need it. You can use the other one. It's a little bit harder to get it out of the die. It's not really hard, but it takes a little bit more work to get it out of the die. And the precision base plate is like butter. It comes right out. It's all, and you know, how much you use it. I know actually once you use that precision base plate, that's all you want to use on those type of dies. But if you have, you know, a budget, then sometimes that's not the top thing, because you want every die in the holiday catalog first. Okay. So again, that is our branches. So we have one for each card. We do have one more cut for the next card, but I will bring this back out for that. We'll save this and bring it back out when it's time. Alrighty. So we are right now making this adorable baddie card, and let's go ahead and take, so I've got for our layer here, this is crushed curry, and we've got to make the moon. See how he's got a little bit of sponging in the background there, just to give him a little bit of texture and pop and pow. We are going to go ahead and, oh, that's a good idea to put washi tape over the little screw thing on the handle. I actually have 3 Big Shots, 2 that I use for classes, you know, one's down here in the studio, and the other 2 are newer than this one. This one's probably my original Big Shot, that when the Big Shot first came out many, many moons ago, that's the first one I bought. It has seen so much action, this puppy, if it could talk about all the cards it has made. But yeah, at some point when I cranked the handle, that little screw kind of made its way out and eventually popped. It's somewhere on the floor here. It's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt it at all. And with all, you know, like I said, it's still cut, so I'm not replacing it anytime soon. I'm taking a wedge of a Stampin' Sponge, and I'm dipping it in the crushed curry ink pad. And we are ready to, and I'm not sponging around the whole thing here either. I'm kind of just going around the right side, just a halfway there, a little bit of I just wanted to give it a little bit of pow. And I should have explained what I just did here with the designer paper. I actually took the designer paper and I flipped it upside down. So I was using the back side just so I knew where to line it up, because we put that in the center of the, there. We put this circle in the center. And if for some reason it's not lined up exactly, when you're done, you can go ahead and take this and pull the ink out a little bit more on the edges, so you don't see the line if yours didn't come out exactly right. Just a little tip on that. Okay. So, next up we have some bats to make, right? And then I'll show you the trick on how this label was made. And this label, actually, when I show you the alternate card, the label came from Rachel Deshant. Rachel made the alternate card I'm going to share with you guys today at the end. And this idea came from her. All right, so black foil paper is in the holiday catalog. So I've got the Spooky Bat Punch. I love this punch. I'm so excited about this punch. We used to have a bat punch many moons ago, and then it got retired, and I was so sad. So I was so happy to see this one come back out. So I'm punching all 3 bats out of this, a scrap of the black foil designer paper. And then it is time for some assembly. So we've got 3 bats, we've got our branches, we've got our label. Let's go ahead and put our card base together. So because I wanted this to have a little bit of a window card look to it, like I wanted this circle to be a little bit of a window card. The other alternate, I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals today, but the alternate to using Stampin' Dimensionals would have been the foam strips that we sell for window cards. That would have made a good choice here too. Okay. This is Crushed Curry. Mel is asking what the color is. All the colors are also listed on the free PDF on my blog too. If you missed it, if you're popping in late and not sure what I'm using, that's all listed. Click on the link on the resource page and download that free PDF. It's all there for you. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to go ahead and I like it. I like a pop. I like it when things pop up. So I'm going to make this pop even more to put it on the card base. It is perfect for Batman too. I don't know if you guys remember back when we had the Batman punch years ago, I did a Batman card and a Bat box. Batman box. Oh, that was a long time ago. Maybe it's time to do a new version of that since we have new stuff. And it has bats on it. I don't know why, I just think they're so cute. Okay. So next up, I just put a silicone mat here, and I'm just using snail today. So you can use whatever your favorite adhesive is to attach this. But I'm putting a little bit of snail on the back of the branches, and if you have any adhesive show through, I've got a little bit right there. Your take your pick tool that we just came out with would be perfect, except I forgot to bring one down with me. So I'm using a paper piercing tool, which also works. So we'll go ahead and stick that on our card. There we go. Love it already, right? So adorbs. And then we'll go ahead and put our bats down, and then we can make our label. All right, so bats, for them, they needed the mini dimensionals. I have some left over from a paper pumpkin kit. These come in the paper pumpkin kits. So one of the many things I love about those crafting kits, those paper pumpkin crafting kits, is the extras that come in the kit that we can use for. They just keep going, and it's the gift that keeps going and going and going. And adhesive is one of them. Dimensionals, there are so many. All right, so we're gonna put a little bat up in our corner. Oops, I didn't put that. Let me go fix that so that dimension wasn't showing. Okay. Mary Beth, if you go to stampwithtami.com and click type Batman into the search, you will find the Batman card. He's in my video classes, but he's got to be a good 7-8 years old. But it's all in there, and the bat box that I made, that you could absolutely adapt these to make. You can get just a whole pack of this. Are you talking about the black foil paper? It comes with just black foil paper here. Okay. And the other thing you can do is take Night of Navy and stamp white craft on it. All right, so our bats are in place. We'll go ahead and make this, and then we'll put our Google eyes on. All right, so to make this, to make the label, what I did was I cut the ends off of, oops, there we go, off of the copper, but in such a way that they don't show. So really just a little bit of a corner tab there and a corner tab there. But then I also kind of cut in a little bit so those corners I didn't want the corners to peek through. Okay. Rita, why are you having a hard time finding the PDF file? I don't know. stampwithtami.com and click on this resource, click on the blog hop page, or just click on the link in the video's description. It says free PDF, big letters. And also if you're on the computer, there's a table of contents at the top of every blog post I have, and it actually says free PDF there too. So it maybe you're not on my blog. All right, next I'm going to use mini glue dots to attach this to the back. And let's go ahead and attach that to the back of the label. And then that just lines right up there, so it looks like there's a little metal tip on the edge of our label. See that? So cute. So cute. Again, Rachel Desant, that was her, this is actually her, an idea from her. I cased this from her. Okay. And one more. Alright, so we got both sides of that on there. And then again, those mini dimensionals to stick this on because it's skinny. It's a skinny one. Oh, thanks you guys. I'm glad you love it. Okay, so here we go. That's just going to go right in the lower part here. And then, again, these Google eyes, in case you came in late and didn't see these, I got these from Amazon. It's a box of Google eyes, all different shapes and sizes. So I'm going to use one of the smallest sizes for the bats. I'll use a different size for the next card. But these were self-adhesive Google eyes. If you don't have self-adhesive Google eyes, you can attach with mini glue dots. And then the particular ones that I got, my gosh, these are the, I almost would rather use mini glue dots to stick them on. There we go. So he's got a little, seriously, everything is cuter with googly eyes. Barbara, if you need a catalog, go to stampwithtami.com and fill out the form. Just click on catalogs and resources and I will be happy to get one to you. Alright. I am, just because we're live and I know this is torture. Whoops, I'm not even on the screen. I know it's torture watching me try to peel the back of the Google eyes. Oh, there we go. We got them. Maybe I will do the rest of them after. But I can't leave them without eyes. They can't see. Of course, they're bats. They're half blind anyways, right? Bats go by radar. I've already done the witch cauldron. There's a lot of requests coming up all of a sudden. A lot of requests for stamp sets, but if you check out my last video was the cauldron bubble. Super cute too, super cute. All right, there we go. Did you see that? I just poked a hole in the middle of the label, the backing there. That made it come right off. What? I learned a new trick. These are, again, I got these on Amazon, so, but the little, I love that they're, yeah, exactly, blind as a bat, Linda. I love that they're self-adhesive, but these little ones are really hard to get the backing off of. Okay. And there's our back card. Card number 1. So cute. All right. I know, I can't leave it. Once we got started, I was like, oh, you guys, I don't want to torture you. But at the same time, I can't leave them blind. All right, so this is the first card. And now we are going to get started with card number 2. Oh, Google eyes are stuck all over the place. And card number 2 uses the owl. Okay, so the owl, he's actually colored with some Stampin' Blends. So let's go ahead and get started on him. I've got some Whisper White cardstock here, and I am going to use our scrap paper that we had in the background here. And some Memento Black ink. So you always want Memento Black if you're using the alcohol markers, which are the blends. You can use any regular black with the other, our regular markers, but the alcohol markers you want the Memento for. Okay. So just stamping our owl. And Stampin' Blends that I'm using today, again, these are all listed on the free PDF on my blog. I'll just put him to the side so you can see it. I've got Daffodil Delight, Crumb Cake, and a little bit of the Color Lifter. This is not white, it's actually a color lifter. It's almost like an eraser. There was a couple of parts on him that I wanted to do that on. All right, so here I kind of started with the Daffodil Delight. I don't think it really mattered really what color you started with, but just a reminder when you're blending with alcohol markers that they blend best when they're wet. So let's give him a little, his talons a little look here. I've got the brush tip end of these alcohol markers that I'm working with right now. Now I started with the darker, and now I'm going to use the lighter on his belly and just kind of blend that in. I wanted there to be a little bit of shading in there. And also, if you wanted to make his eyes yellow, because owls do have yellow eyes, you can do that too. But I am Google eyeing later, so that's not as important to me. Now let's get his little feet. We'll make his feet yellow. Just because. And then I'm going to take that color lifter and just lighten up a little bit of his belly here. Pull some of that color up. It's going to make it pop. And then we're going to go with the Crumb Cake. And I'm starting with the lighter this time, so I'm going backwards. And then I just did the opposite. Oh, sorry, my bad. He's got a beak. We should do it. It's exactly, Janet says, an owl pedicure. That is exactly what we just did there, right? We gave him a little mani-pedi on our owl. Okay. Kelly says you can still shop in the online store. Absolutely, you can shop in the online store. Just like you can shop in anybody's... any Walmart, Target, whatever, yes. Click on the link. It's all there. Okay. So his mask around his face, I thought was all better with the lighter anyways. But I'm going to kind of color him all in with the lighter Crumb Cake. And then go back and do some darker highlights with the darker Crumb Cake. I just love him. I don't know what it is about him. But I give a hoot. And he is so adorable. Okay, so then going back with the darker, highlighting areas of the image that I think, you know, a little shading make it pop. And then we're going to go back, and I'm going back in with the lighter to pull that color together and blend it. You know what? I'll even come in a little bit closer so you guys can get a good view there. This is regular Whisper White cardstock, Jeannie. I find the blends, that's one of my favorite mediums, is just the regular Whisper White cardstock. I'm actually double layering. I'm doing a little bit of an extra layer here. Just a couple areas. Just touching up a couple of areas there. Oh, he's beautiful, isn't he? And then maybe the color lifter again in that area that we just did, just in here, just to really make it pop. And there he is. There's our owl. So cute. So cute. Love him. All right, so we're going to bring that big shot back in for one more act. And I promise I will back that camera out so you're not too close there. There you go. It is an amazing stamp set. Agreed, Diana. Oh, the owl's got lots of love. Lots of love on that owl. Yeah, thank you. He is so cute. He does look 3D, and that's part of the blends gives it that. Just so adorable. Okay, so now this is one of those times where that magnetic platform is very handy because it's holding the magnet down. The magnet doesn't move around. I don't need to have a Post-it note to hold it. And then I'm just going to crank it through and cut him out. And when we're done, we have, ta-da! Right? I love him. Love him! Okay, next up. Now, for those of you who jumped on late too, this is a blog hop day. I will talk about the blog hop at the end, but I do happen to know that my fellow Stamp It sister, Tina Waddell, has an alternate version of this card, an alternate version, and she's going to show you how to do something similar, but with the floor wax technique. So if you want to see it stepped up and done even, like her cards are just over the top amazing. Be sure to take the tour after this video and check out her card and her technique. Okay. All right, so next up, I'm going to do two things here. First, I'm flipping that. We pre-cut this hole in the last card. I did them both at the same time. This is the circle framelits. And I'm going to flip the designer paper upside down. This is Twinkle Twinkle designer paper. I'm flipping it upside down because we're not going to see the back side, and I'm going to use it as a template to sponge the moon to make that moon pop. All right, so we've got crushed curry ink here. Going to dip a Stampin' Sponge in there. And I'm really just doing the right-hand side. Just to give it a little pop and pow. Make it kind of really jump off at us. And then when we're not going to see that, but what I mean is when I flip that over, see how perfect that lined up? And I knew exactly where to do it. Okay. Now, before I put this away, there's one more thing I did with this. It was a little touch, but I think it went a long way. So when the owl pops on his branch, because we did white cardstock, that white edge around where the edgelet is, I think it was too, for me it was too stark. I wanted it to blend a little bit better, you know, that with the crushed curry background and the moon. So you could fussy cut the owl, and that would work too, and you wouldn't see that edging. Or, here's a secret, just take that Stampin' Sponge in the same crushed curry ink, because that's the color cardstock that's behind, right? And just sponge around the edge of the owl, and he blends in perfectly. Bet you guys did not even notice that, right, on the original? So that's my little secret right there to making the white blend. Boom. It's a blendy. All right. Now we can put this away. Okay, so it is now time for some assembly of our last card. Yep, it is. And we're going to start with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put some, again, I wanted this to look like a window card, so I wanted it to pop up. So I'm going to put some of those around the window there. Or you could use the strips that we use, the foam strips that we sell too. They would do great on this card too. They might even make it pop a little bit more. Yes, agreed, Tina. You do have to, after this video, you do need to bounce over to my the blog link in this video's description and check out the rest of the Blog Hop projects, because these girls are just so talented and so amazing. I'm honored that they're in my group, and that I am so inspired by them, and you don't want to miss their projects, their Blog Hop projects. All right, so I'm putting a couple more dimensionals on the back of this to put it on our card base. And anytime you have a black or dark card base, you probably want to layer it with a lighter color, white or even crushed curry in this case, so that you have something to write on the inside. All of these measurements are on that free PDF that you will also find on my blog. Okay, so next up, oh, where did I put my silicone mat? Everything just gets swallowed up here on my desk. Well, I guess we'll just use scrap paper. It was here and then it was gone. Does that ever happen to you? Alright, I'm just using snail on the back of this. But you could use fine tip glue pen, whatever your favorite adhesive was. And if there's any show through, the take your pick tool or the paper piercer will just poke that out so it doesn't show. And let's see, the owl we're going to place differently. So that we want to come over here because he's going to be sitting on that branch. Okay, and the owl, we're going to put him down with some Stampin' Dimensionals to make him pop. And see how that, just that little touch of yellow around the edge of the owl just makes him blend right in and pop right off. Just, it's perfect. It's the perfect little touch. Okay, so we previously heat embossed the happy birthday when we did the first card, or whatever greeting you choose to use on this one. And I'm going to punch it out with a classic label punch. And I've already punched out a copper with the classic label punch. And then I'm just going to cut off the ends of that, and then also either round or cut off the corners of the inside of it so that they don't, the corners don't give us away. The little secret that we're doing here to make it look like it's got a metal layer behind it of copper. So I've got mini glue dots. And that is not, did I not do that one right? Dang it, I always hate it when I'm live and I mess up. That's awkward. I pointed it the wrong direction. Okay, try that one again. There we go. Just so that it looks like it has a little copper tip on the end. And we will do the same with this one. Oh, let me make sure I get the right side this time. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So that's our secret on how to create that. Again, that came from Rachel Deschamps. That little tip, and I will show you her alternate card in just a minute. But don't miss all the Blog Hop projects that my team have created by clicking on the link in this video's description, and so that you can enter the Blog Hop giveaway. But you want to see Tina's for an alternate version of this and how to do the floor wax technique. So much fun in store for you guys today. All right, and our card is complete. So we've got, oh, he's not complete though. He isn't complete because he needs Google eyes. I suppose he doesn't. He really is adorable on his own, right? He doesn't actually have to have them, but he does in my book. I feel like everything needs Google eyes. So this, in case you missed it, I got this box of Google eyes from Amazon. Let's see if I can peel these guys off in a more timely manner than the bats. Here we go. Okay. There you go. All the supplies are listed on my blog. Simply click on the resource page of this video's description. All right. So, our cards are completely adorable. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love them. And as promised, I have an alternate project for you guys today. Just one today from the Still Night Owl set. And just, I'll show you that one. I'll show you the stamp set again in a minute. This is from Rachel Deschamps. Oops, sorry, I got a dimensional backing stuck in there. This is from Rachel Deschamps. How adorable, right? And this is where I got the idea for that label, was her swap card that she had created. But another fun card using that same set there. And I just love the owl cut out of the copper. So cute. All right, so that is our class today. So a couple things. First is I wanted to show you, this is the stamp set and the dies that we use today. You can purchase them individually or together. It's called Still Night Stamp Set. And the owl is the Night Owl framelits. If you purchase them together, you get a 10% discount. This is my Stampin' Demonstrator group's blog hop, which means the whole group has gotten together and we have a giveaway for you. It is a different entry than my normal online class entries. So you have two different ways to enter the giveaway today. Entering my online class live giveaway, which is for 2 hand-delivered stamp sets I'm going to give away in about 1 minute. So hurry up and get your comment in. Is leave a comment here on this video. And entering into the blog hop is simply to click on the link in this video's description or go to stampwithtami.com and click on the blog hop post and leave a comment on the blog post with the hashtag Stamp It Contest. And the information and instructions on how to participate in the blog hop and see all the awesome ideas will be right there on my post, as well as the free PDF. So lots, and this replay video will always be there, so you can always get back to it and watch it so you can recreate this project. All right, so this has been my Stampin' Demonstrator group project. Don't forget to check out the rest of them. Lots of fun. It is now time to give away more prizes. So our early bird went to Stephanie Hahn. Stephanie, be sure to fill out the prize claim form. Our first hand-delivered stamp set goes to Mary Bauer. Hopefully, yeah, I wanted to make sure you guys could see that. Congratulations, Mary. And our second hand-delivered goes to Kathy Barbara. So Stephanie, Mary, and Kathy, be sure to fill out the prize claim form that is linked in this video's description. Everyone else, even Kathy, Mary, and Stephanie, you also are eligible to win our Stamp It contest. This is separate from my online class giveaways. And be sure to take the blog hop tour. Click on over there now. And don't forget, lots of amazing things of specials are ending tomorrow on September 30th. All right, well, thank you for joining me today, and we will see you. I will be off on Tuesday. We will see you back here on Friday for our next online class.